Okay, have you ever woken up, opened your eyes, and instantly felt like your mental battery is already flashing 0%? Like you haven't even gotten out of bed or checked a single email, let alone stared blankly into the fridge, yet you're completely tapped out. Well, today we're diving into an explainer of the overloaded brain to figure out exactly why that happens and, more importantly, how we can finally master our brain energy.
It is such a heavy question, right? Why are you exhausted before the day even begins? It's so easy to wake up feeling drained and instantly judge yourself. You think, ugh, I'm just lazy or I'm so unproductive. But we need to completely reframe this. Your exhaustion is not a character flaw. It's actually the direct result of a heavily overloaded brain that's constantly running invisible background programs.
So what exactly do we mean by brain energy? Basically, it's the finite resource required for literally everything your brain does throughout the day. We're talking thinking, feeling, focusing, coping, recovering, the whole shebang. You have to think of it exactly like a daily bank account or your smartphone battery. It is absolutely not unlimited. Every single cognitive action you take, whether you realize you're doing it or not, makes a withdrawal from that account. And the source material outlines 4 core ideas that brilliantly illustrate why you feel so drained. First off, energy is finite, and crucially, you don't wake up with the same amount every single day. Second, your energy can actually be spoken for before you even wake up. Think chronic pain, a terrible night's sleep, or grief. Third, invisible work totally counts. Replaying that awkward conversation from yesterday or resisting the urge to doom scroll, that drains your energy. And finally, awareness has to come before change. You just can't protect your energy until you know where it's going. Grounding this concept in executive function skills really puts things into perspective. We usually think of work purely as physical tasks or, sending emails. But active mental skills like planning, getting started on a project, or future thinking, those require immense cognitive effort. Even just managing your feelings well enough to make a thoughtful choice instead of snapping at someone takes serious energy. These are the quiet, invisible programs draining your battery in the background all day long.
Let's break this down even further. When you categorize what your brain is actually doing all day, honestly, it's a miracle you have any energy left at all. Under thinking, you're constantly planning and deciding. Under feeling, you're managing stress and emotional reactions. Then there's coping, dealing with uncertainty or trauma. And monitoring, this is huge. Your brain is constantly scanning your environment, noticing threats, dwelling on mistakes, and holding on to unfinished tasks. Laid out like this, the mystery of your exhaustion entirely disappears. To stop this massive drain, you have to map out what's currently asking something of you. You need to categorize your drains. Are you spending energy on future worries, past regrets? Or maybe it's environmental, like digital interruptions and a cluttered desk. Getting all of this out of your head and onto paper helps you actually see the invisible heavy load you're carrying around.
Section 1. The SPSP Method, a daily way to begin. Here is how this builds into an actionable daily sequence. SPS stands for See Reality, Protect What Matters, and Spend Energy with Purpose. First, you see reality by starting with what is actually true today, not what you wish were true. You literally ask yourself, what reality am I waking up to? Second, you protect what matters. You proactively choose what deserves access to your best thinking today. And third, spend energy with purpose. You direct your actual minutes intentionally. This represents a massive shift in how we operate. On one hand, we have the default state for most of us, chaotic reactivity. Reacting to whatever is loudest. An email pings, a crisis pops up, and your energy is completely hijacked. But the SPSP goal is purposeful calm. This shifts us away from letting emergencies dictate our day and instead treats our energy as a precious budget to be spent wisely on our actual priorities.
To make this super concrete, the explainer's source material gives us 2 simple, highly effective tools that act as bookends for your day: a 1-minute morning practice and an evening after-action report. Together, these brief little check-ins frame your day with intentionality and reflection without asking you to overhaul your entire life or spend an hour journaling. Taking a closer look at the morning practice, it asks you to take just 1 minute to orient yourself. You ask, what reality am I waking up to today? What brain energy is already spoken for? Like maybe you slept terribly, so 30% of your energy is already gone before you even get out of bed. Acknowledge that. Then ask, what matters most today? What minutes do I have? And where will I spend my energy with purpose? This isn't about creating some rigid minute-by-minute schedule. It's literally just checking your battery level and deciding what one thing truly deserves your energy today. And then you've got the evening after-action report. Now, the explicit goal here is not to grade yourself, okay? It's to learn. You ask, where did my brain energy actually go today? What quietly drained more energy than I expected? And just as importantly, what supported or steadied my brain? Did I protect what mattered most? What is one thing I want to remember tomorrow? Doing this quick evening audit helps you discover those secret leaks in your energy budget and reinforces the habits that keep you grounded.
Which brings us to a really powerful directive from the text. This week, do not judge your brain. Get curious about it. Ultimately, this whole explainer is about shifting from self-criticism to fascination. Your brain is doing an incredible amount of heavy lifting just to get you through the day. So I want to leave you with this. Instead of waking up tomorrow frustrated that you're tired, what might completely change in your life, your work, and your relationships if you simply started noticing where your energy goes and decided to spend whatever you have left on purpose?